So, in the spirit of that awareness, I'll pick up where I left off. Another Coven member walks by, the same one from earlier. I'll never know her, despite what she looks like at me, despite what she looks at me like. I am too degraded, too much of a husk. I've sacrificed everything to show my remorse regarding Tribeca, the journalist, love, and now I'm hitching north from Memphis towards Hamlet and the Anastasio family. Is it a put-up job? Does Alistair intend to let me play the role? I am assured he does. And true, this thing that's between us, this dead elephant, this mountain of necrotic flesh, psychological inherent vice, is so completely fucked. I agree time is best. I would not have come and spent all of my money if I didn't believe it was true. All these words, all these letters, 1,000,000 fucking words, 100 million letters, my heart, my innocence, my relationships, my possessions, my sanity, all for nothing. Don't say it, they say. How could I ever make this movie with anyone else, knowing you sacrificed so much? My point is not that she broke my heart. It's that she stole via occultism my secrets, which she, once we knew my fear was unfounded, alleged that she forgave me for cursing her and was in love with me. And then, only then, concerned herself with driving me into a passionate toil, pure manipulation, bombarded my psyche with hollow protestations of love, and poisoned her body with another man's baby after I requited her love part and parcel, measure for measure. I never expected her to be so violently evil, actively concerned with debasing her psyche and soul. I slept in agony on curved couch cushions on a dank corner of Cesar Chavez Way, close to Union Station. My legs are in perpetual cramp. That witch watched me all night and was listening to Benny Zabbitt's US Bitch. What a fucking tacky amateur. She can never be mine. Her palate is too crude. I've told her as much. Now others remind her of Hamlet. Get thee to a nunnery. In my rhapsody, in our communion, I decry to whomever is listening that you, Willow, offer nothing of value. You are negative credit. What exactly do you do? I ask, to which a silence pervades for a moment before her father says, she digs around in people's heads and fucks guys. What a life. What a hollow, pointless exercise in tedium. What is the line from Hamlet? This is the imposthume of much wealth and peace. I feel Alistair's guilt just radiating and I cry. A lot. He knows. I trusted him, not her. And he also knows I would waste away to nothing. Q says my mind is too advanced. And as soon as the violation occurred, I've been raging with honesty. She is not wrong. The first time, Tribeca, I didn't listen or was stubborn. I let the devil beguile me. So now I said, okay, I have to listen. I didn't realize, I could never have realized, that his daughter is a spoiled whore who has wicked witchcraft, wit, and gifts. I really thought he was perplexed by it all. That he knew a psychic and utilized her employ to reveal these secrets. Now I understand they're all psychics. We are all psychics. They're talking about me, about the why of it all. Willow has no answer. She does nothing redeemable, so it seems, save take good care of her body, her likely flawless body. But it is a temple to Baphomet, of lies. She has no foresight to get all the letters. So fucking tacky. To have the coolest fucking father that I admire so much, with the only flawless filmography start to finish, as I am the journalist, and therefore the last film is also flawless. And for her to be the complete opposite is so peculiar. And I know he's a loving father because, like me, he was raised by a single mother, by his own coven of witches. It's too perfect. Alistair raised in his sitcom apartment with 3 hot pieces, and now his hot piece daughter, the primary progenitor of a different coven. What a fucking mess. Pointless. I can't stop crying. I'm told none of us can. All I see is evil. I'm told I'm going to play Hamlet, that I need to try to see the good, but it is hard to see anything beyond tears. I heard my father. Methinks I hear my father. I didn't know who it was. I believe Annabella informed me of his identity, and the fact that he can't hear me. I guess someone told him I was coming. I'm told by Alistair that he knows I'd never be happy there. And when Clay and the band replied, he knew that Clay was the one to ask for reprieve. And so, to Hamlet, and I come back after some time has passed. I found the Flicks bus lot across the street from Union Station, and awoke from a restless nap, fueled by psychic connection, to don the pen once more. That the novel, Clay tells me, is how I make it right. It reminds me that all is well, that this thing is just too ugly and I have to put distance, spiritually and physically, between me and it. Alistair also feels great shame, because he knows I trusted him, and he is appalled by her behavior. He alleges he never would have assumed she would choose being a haphazard whore over loving and being loved by me. I was thinking of Hazel earlier, and I said, I don't want you to run from me forever, to which Willow quips, who are you talking to? To which I replied, anyone but you. You can run all the way to hell, where you belong. I curse you! And that sent the tears flying again, with Alistair assuring me that everything is fine. Everyone assures me it's real. Q continues sternly reminding me how I need to be ready, though she knows I am. Hamlet excites me, it always has. And Clay tells me and the band, which means so much to me, are the glue that will bring me and Alistair together. And now it has taken on another 5-act structure. The first running through the cancelling of the film, the second through Tribeca, the third through the announcement of Hamlet, the fourth being the shooting of the film, the last being the final hurrah next New Year's Eve when we celebrate Alistair with Clown, debut the trailer, and announce me during Seen It Again. Epic and celestial, it is perfect, ultimate. We all see it, and when I close my eyes, I am plagued by visions and voices, and when I open them, I see nothing. I could write a lot about it, the show, and once I'm working on Hamlet, I'll watch the movies and consider it further. Tacky. Just pure tack. She offers nothing, save the abomination growing in her womb, which might yield a cyclops or genetic deficiency as a result of the exponential relay of my rage compounded upon her malice, manipulation, and evil. A recipe for Down syndrome, if ever there was one. And still I want to forgive her and love her. To the world, her body is monument to sin. In this, Alistair, has failed. Both parents. Hollywood swingers. Such bacchanalia debases everything, especially a developing fetus. These ideas are not new. They are espoused by all the spiritual masters of centuries past. That intention molds and mutates biology. And now I know definitively it is true. And at the very least, how can you love something made out of fear and spite? I'll cut to the chase. You never can. So it is a psychological mutation, a madness or insanity lingering through the quagmire evermore. And I know what she's thinking, that they all think. I justify all this suffering and that ugly, hideous bastard by writing. And she'll look to the novel when her guilt spirals. Everything else I've also said is true. She will be broken and alone, along with hollow and vapid, because she offers nothing to the world save charm. But her physical beauty is already on the way out. She saw to it. And when men see nothing, and she looks in herself and sees nothing, her life will then be as meaningless as breaking my heart. Alistair and I discuss countering the curse. I say no. Then I say, if you, Alistair, want me to do it. To which he emphatically replies, yes, please, it's my grandchild. To which I consider for a time before replying, no, just think about it. Just think about it. And he replies, it doesn't matter. And we all mourn, as I say, it mattered then. It doesn't matter now. Annabella's father tells him that I'm right, that she allowed a baby to come into a cursed organ. Therefore, anything I do to counter it is meaningless because the damage is done. The organ cultivating the baby has the metaphysical stain and is already wielding its magic, though God works in mysterious ways so we cannot know. Breach, death in childbirth, cerebral palsy, ovarian cancer. She considers abortion, which I abhor, but I guess I want her to do it to show she respects something. They discuss the timing of it all. How she is right at 4 weeks, missed period, etc. If I guessed, took a stab, issues with alignment regarding breech, mutilated underdevelopment, organs, etc., all because of the womb. Damaged tissues and organs under pressure from misaligned cellular development. Only a centimeter. Like God's dominoes cascading askew, and therefore corrupted. I suppose the breach speaks loudest to my spirit. Caesarean, untimely ripped, I prophesy complications. She does it to herself. How can someone have no honesty? How can you be a full-fledged adult still behaving like a 10-year-old? It is tragic. Annabella reminds her that I am here because of her. Because I trusted Alistair and thought, well, Alistair has come back into my life. And while it is confusing, she says she loves me. And only I can be something special to her. And so I love her. I'm sure the feeling is mutual, I'm sure of it. If unsure of my every breath. I know she's special too. More special than any woman I'll ever encounter. As rarefied and angelic as any creature.